Are we rolling? Yes, we are. What's up, guys? It's your boy McKinley Crain here, and today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free movie review of the movie that I just recently watched, which was the 2019 remake of the 2014 movie In Order of Disappearance. Sorry, my bad. Which is Cold Pursuit. So, Cold Pursuit is a comedy action movie that is like a drama comedy action movie. Like, there's a lot of like extra drama and extra comedy with the action. So it's like a dramedy action movie, but like the comedy kind of outweighs the drama, I think. So it's a comedy action movie that stars Liam Neeson as Nels Coxman, who is like just an ordinary dude from Colorado, or from like somewhere around Delaware, Colorado. It was like somewhere around Delaware, Colorado. Who's like a snowplow driver, who's just like, a nice dude, and like, who helps a lot of people out. And then, when like, when like a group of drug dealers kidnaps his son and murders him and acts like it was just a heroin overdose so they wouldn't get caught. So what they did was, like, they just like knocked him out and then like injected him with like a lot of heroin, so like they knew he'd OD, and then they just put him out in public like randomly and just made it look like it was just an accident, and that, like, he was the one like who just like was doing the heroin was purposely doing the heroin. So yeah, after this happens, Nels finds out about it and decides to, take down the people who did this. The main villain of the he specifically wants to take down the main villain of this movie, who is named Trevor Calcote, aka Viking. Well, like, his nickname is Viking. His street name is like Viking, and he's played by Tom Bateman. And he's like one of those characters that you love to hate. He's like he's a great villain, and like, he's like a lovable a-hole, if you know what I mean, like a douchebag, but like, it's hilarious to see like his douchebaggy ways, like, a lot of the a-hole stuff he does, and like douchebaggy stuff he does, like in his personal life, are like hilarious to see. Yeah, he's like one of those villains that, like, you would like make fun of. Like, you would like make fun of their personality, like, he's like a snob. He's like a snob, like, and he's like a male version of like a Karen. Yeah, it's like, yeah, a male version of a Karen, that kind of villain. Um, so I really liked this movie. I loved it. I have not seen the original movie that this is a remake of. I didn't actually know that this was even a remake when I started watching this movie, and then I found out actually like just while I was watching the movie. So I had to pause the movie and then go do something, and then I found out that it was like a remake. And then when I unpaused the movie and finished it, I knew it was a remake. But I didn't actually know that this was a like a remake of a movie until recently. Like, so I haven't seen the like original movie. Once again, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's good, and I'll watch it eventually. I don't know if it's gonna be better than this was, or like if it's gonna be worse or just the same. I don't know. But anyway, I love this movie, so I'll probably love the original. Liam Neeson is just like the perfect pick for Nels Coxman. Like he nails this role. He nails his performance. Tom Bateman was also very good as Viking. This isn't a perfect movie, but it is a great movie. It's got like a lot of humor actually. You wouldn't expect it. You wouldn't expect that in this movie, but there is actually a lot of humor. There's most of it's just humor, most of it's just like a wide variety of humor. A little bit of it is like dark humor though, and it actually works. The dark humor actually works. And so does the rest of the humor. It actually works, and it's great. It's great in this movie, and so are the action scenes. The action scenes are great too. The CGI is great. Of course, there's a little bit of CGI in this movie. I just really love this movie. It's a great movie. It's not my favorite Liam Neeson movie, but it is one of my favorite Liam Neeson movies. It's very similar to like a film he did earlier in his career that I've also seen. That if you're a Liam Neeson fan, you've probably also seen. Which is the movie Taken. And yeah, it's not like a clone, but they're like a lot of little similarities in the plot, but it's not an exact clone. It's just a little bit similar. It's also a little bit similar to like the John Wick movies, which I also love. But it is its own thing, and it's a great movie with some great performances, and it's a very thrilling movie, and it's fast paced in a good way. It's just a great movie, and it's definitely worth a watch if you're into this kind of stuff. So it was positively mixed with the critics. It got a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it was like, disliked. I'm not going to say hated, but like disliked by audiences. Like the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is like a 49%. And I would definitely agree more with the critics on this one. I thought it was a great movie. It was just a fun movie. I can kind of understand why somebody wouldn't like this movie, because I know that a lot of the stuff in this movie isn't for everyone. I mean, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but like it is my cup of tea, and I just really love this movie, and it was great, which is why I'm going to give it an 86% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A minus. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.